Good morning, guys. This is Richard back at you. We got Mr. Collins' 2018 Chevrolet in the house. 5.3, 1500, four-wheel drive. Got a second gear issue, I believe, right, Teresa?
Yeah, is that not what it says? It says 1-2
1-2 shift
error.
incorrect error.
Yes.
So we're going to get this thing apart and kind of go through here and see what we can find any cracks or anything neat. So, but anyway, how many miles this thing got on, Teresa? 72,000, man, that's pretty low.
Yeah.
That is
Lower than the last one. It was 200,000.
Yes, yes. So it's been 6-speed this week. All week we've been just doing a bunch of 6-speeds. So luckily we have the parts to do them.
But we're almost out of those parts.
We're getting low. But this one here's a 4-wheel drive, where our existing one, the last one we did was a 2-wheel drive. There's not so much any difference in the back of the case. It's just the adapter and then how you put it back together. So if you notice, our 4-wheel drive physically has a seal back here. Keeps fluid from getting into the adapter or anything like that. It's dry. Where a 2-wheel drive, there will not be no seal here because the oil coming from this will lubricate the tail housing bushing. So you definitely do not want to put a seal back in here on a 2-wheel drive application. So that is a no-no. See what the old fluid looks like. Actually looks pretty clean. Pretty clean. Like I say, these things, they have all kinds of wear issues. They have seal wear, pump wear. I mean, they have all kinds of wear. Now you can kind of see here, it looks like it's starting to seep out the front seal. A lot of oil and dirt attracted to it. So that tells you there's some type of leak starting to happen. So I don't know if this is if he's out on dirt roads a lot, farm truck or anything like that, but got your lockup seal. These are always breaking, taking them off, so they're starting to get brittle.
Green on the inside.
Green on the inside. Now on our front seal here, we do have a snap ring that holds it in. If I can get it out of here. Come on.
Uh-oh, I'm getting short again.
Uh-oh. Stand it up here where I can see it. Maybe I can get a little bit better grab on it. There we go. So you do have a retainer that holds this front seal in. So that's what makes it really nice. These seals, actually, you can just push them in with your thumb and then put the retainer in. We don't glue them or anything like that. Just go right on in. These are some massive trannies, though. A lot of parts on the inside. It's a very clean pan. Now, I don't believe this thing had any codes in it at all.
Nope.
No codes in tranny at all, just a shift problem. So there is no telling what we could have here when we find it. Hard seals, cracks, you know, there's anything. Filter looks pretty clean. Like I said, it's hard to tell if it was serviced recently. There is kind of, you can see dirt on the gasket edges and stuff like that. So it has been, pan's been on there for a little bit of time anyway.
That's always hard to get off, isn't it?
Yeah, I always try to pop the plumb out of there. I don't want to have to worry about it.
Normally pop someplace.
There you
Hey,
go.
Look at that.
So it's a lock for your neutral safety switch, basically is what it is for your plug there. Get our detail off here. Now you notice our neutral safety switch locks into the lever right here. This piece right here slides down in that groove right there. So it'll slide back and forth with it, with your shifter. We'll get over here and push this little lock right here, lift it up. Once you lift that up, you can come in here and get your connector loose. Tap it a little bit. Just kind of gently grab it and kind of tug on it. Pull it off. We do have 3 seals here. Got 2 round ones towards the outer edge, and this square one right here on the end of it. So there is physically 3 seals on the end of here. Pretty simple. Got some new contacts in today. Everything's a little brighter.
Woo!
I'm telling you, I wear my contacts too long sometimes.
Way too long.
Way too long.
That's not good.
So we have our valve body bolts here. There's 6 of them that hold it on. Once you get loose, you can just either grab and pop it off here. Now this does set in some dowel pins, so it does make it a little tough sometimes. You can see one here and one here. These actually set in the block or in the case. Lines everything up. We have our seals here for our 2/6 clutch and our low reverse clutch here to the valve body and case. And get that off there. So new ones will come in your kit. And you have some here for the front of your valve body, the case. Same here, but these set down in here like this. Pretty simple. Stick them in the valve body though, and then you flip your valve body over and set it down on here. We have our speed sensors here. These trannies are really fun to do. After you do a bunch of them, they're so simple to do. Which I say it's simple. To me it's simple, but
It should be now for them too. That was
Yeah.
our 3rd or 4th one. I think it's
yeah,
number
this
4
week.
This week.
Yeah, we do a bunch of these. Get off there. There you go. Got that unplugged. Now these are all 10 millimeter here. And then you're going to have your 7s through here and around through here. Get our neutral safety switch off. Then we have a 10 millimeter here that sits on top of this little heel. Always remember that on top of the heel, long 10. Sticks out like that. And you can pull these off.
Are you in my way?
Nope. So we got some 7s. And then we're going to have 2 8s right here. There you go. Like that. Now, these 2 bolts here just pull the valve body up where it's straight, and then you tighten, torque it down, and then you come in here and tighten these 2 side bolts up. But we don't tighten these until the end. So it looks pretty clean in here. So you have a filter here you can pop off and change. It comes in your overhaul kits. Filters all your solenoids and stuff here. A little bit of trash in places. Some metal. See it in the corners. So still pretty clean, but you know, you never know on this unit when the converter's going to fail. Then you got all of your pillow switches here. Now your overhaul kit will come with new O-rings here and some seals right down in here. These little gold looking covers, I guess you'd call them. So as long as we use this back, we don't have to have the vehicle programmed. Anytime we change the computer, this piece here, we have to have a flash so the vehicle and the tranny will know each other. So. Shoot, after these videos, you guys ought to be doing 6 speeds at home in your garage. Truthfully. Don't be scared. One thing good about it, you can always go back to my videos and look at them. Just take your time I mean, we got probably hundreds of people out there doing their trainings now. You know, transmissions are really neat on how they work. They're very interesting. They're fun to do. They're really fun to do. And then when you get them in, they work just flawless. I mean, you're really proud. You kind of tap yourself on your back.
Tennis elbow.
Makes you feel good, let me tell you, to make one of these things work. Of course, we have our bonded valve body plate here. Your shift kit's always going to ask you about this little area right here. So when you start reading it, it's going to ask you about that right there, and it talks about what valves you're going to do, what springs, stuff like that. So always read your instructions. Looks like all of our check balls show to be here. Actually, we got a spare one right here.
What?
Right there, see that?
How do you have a spare one?
Now, some of these, I knew some of them had an extra ball somewhere, but let me look and see here. I got an old book here. I'll pull out real quick and let's see if it shows anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it's not even showing this ball in the book right here. Not showing that ball at all. We've always used the 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, and this one. But they got one right there now. So you can get your overhaul kit. This is pretty neat. That's what I like about Transtar. That you can get your instructions right here, and it'll physically show you where the check balls go. So you can get this out and look at this right here. Flip this over right here. If you look at this, it's not calling for, excuse me, where am I going here?
Yeah, where are
I got
you going?
confused. If you look at this, in this area right here, it's not calling for a check ball that's there.
So why is that there?
I don't know if it's put there by mistake or what. I'm going to have to put the plate back on here, and let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, see, so we're going to have to do some. You'd think a ball goes there. So you just never know. I mean, and we're going to do more research and just to verify they didn't sneak a check ball in on us.
Yeah, because there hasn't been none in them other ones.
None in the other ones.
None.
So, but like I said, the instructions and the overhaul kit doesn't even show it to be there. Let's see if our Transgo shift kit shows anything to be there. I don't mind pulling it out. I got so many of these paperworks. So you always want to refer back to your paperwork, and let's see what we got going on. Okay, if you notice here, we're going to come here and look at this again. We're going to look at our check balls. Boom, 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 boom. Look here, we got an X. Look here, we got a check ball.
So the X means there shouldn't be one
Should
there?
not be one there. C, 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 check ball, check ball, check ball. X, no check ball. So, what do we got going on, guys? Somebody accidentally put it in there? So, but anyway, it's just something we got to check into, make sure, like I said, they didn't sneak something in on us. Guy could have been check ball happy that day and just decided to throw a bunch in there.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot of things we do to our valve body, our Transgo kits. We have 2 kits over here that we're going to be installing in them.
Keep the question mark over his head?
Yeah. I'm going to blow some air in here.
Oh, yeah, no.
Make sure we don't make... Got a clutch supply there, but there is fluid in this one, so...
Yeah, I'm not running clutch, so...
Clutch is working. Clutch is working there. So we got clutch there, lube there, clutch there, clutch there. So, sounds like it's working to me. I got areas I'm going to show you where these units fail that on the last few jobs we've been getting in here. Like I said, we miss a lot of stuff on tearing them down that we don't get to show you guys that we find after the fact. Well, you know, guys, if you do any 6-speeds and you own a transmission shop or anything like that, you know these bell housings and these stators are getting obsolete.
We only have how many more?
We got 12 left. Actually, be 11 since we have a new one sitting here, a bell housing and pump stator. The bell housings you can get right now, but the stators are on national back order. So you're pretty much in big trouble on rebuilding one of these if you need a pump stator.
So that means 11 more jobs is all that we can do, and then we're done.
Until we can get some more. Now, we do have a Sonex reamer where we can ring the pressure regulator bore and stuff, put a new valve in there and save the stator there if the stator isn't damaged on the back side of it. So, let's get this apart. There's multiple places where these fail actually.
I was more so, it's a countdown now.
It is a countdown.
11 more jobs, and that's all that we'll be able to do.
Until they get more stators, like I said, they're on national back order through GM, through all over the world. So, you know, GM can't get them. There's a lot of places out there that can't get them. So, you'd think there's just one place making them in the world, but I don't know.
I don't either.
But you know, this stator looks really nice here. This is a beautiful stator. But if your pressure regulator valve bore's wore out right in here, then you're in trouble. So we'll do a test on this area right here, but let me show you what a wore out valve looks like. You can see here, this valve right here is wore plumb out on the end, all the way down through here. It's wore out everywhere. Here's a better valve. See the difference here?
Mm-hmm.
So this little roll pin right here, you can take and push that in, turn it upside down, take and kind of push it in with your finger, bounce it around, and it'll usually fall right out. There it goes. See that? Save that. Then you can pull this out. Your boost sleeve, spring. And here we goes our boost valve. Of course, look at here, it's wore out on one side. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Just because your stator's good here, it could be wore out through here. And here's a big example of it right here.
Oh, wow, yep.
See, this valve is wore out on one side. Look how it looks brand new on this side. Turn it, turn it, turn it, boom, wore out on this side. So if we did a leak down test on this pump stator, we would find this here would be just unacceptable. There ain't no way. And I guarantee you, you ain't going to be able to put just a new valve in here and fix the problem. You're going to have to ream it, put a new valve in there that way, put a Sonex valve and use a Sonex reamer to repair this. But this right here looks repairable. We don't see any physical wear anywhere else. Put some new bushings in it, bore this out, and we can use this in again. So this is a good one to save onto, even though it does need some attention. Like I say, some of them wear at high mileage, some of them wear at low mileage. It's just really weird on how they fluctuate so much on the wear these things get. Your pump slide spring. You can see here, it's starting to get some wear on your pump slide here too. Your pivot pin for your pump slide looks really good. But you can look here and you're starting to see some wear here, all through here. See that? Right there, you can grab that with your finger. Yeah. So the housing is wore out, but it can be machined. But we just ain't found the right company to machine them yet. If not, we're going to be sending a bunch to them. We're saving them all that we can repair because we don't even know if down the road how available these things are going to come. Because like I said, you know what's going on in the world today. So it's really rough on everybody. So. Excuse me. Okay, we got our third, fifth, and reverse clutch on top here. I'll show you an example of failure. Let's see if this one has it. Gotta pull this out here. Like I said, always keep your snap rings together. But let's see here.
Yesterday we had a wavy deal that was broken.
Mm-hmm. See this here? This still looks good. Not broken. Clutches still look pretty decent. So always keep your snap rings together. And then we get down here to our 1, 2, 3, 4 clutch. Wave looks good, not broken. Clutches still look decent. But just because the clutches look decent doesn't mean that you don't have seal wear down in these drums, because there's all kinds of wear down in here. But let me show you something here. We had one of our units come in having issues, and this 1, 2, 3, 4 clutch piston right here has a crack in it. See that crack right there from all the way to there? You can see that crack. That's this piston down in here in this drum right here. See the notches? See the notches? That's that piston. Then there's another piston that sits on top here. So that's a failure right there that we're seeing come in. Normally when you have your pressure regulators, valves wore out, stuff like that, we see pressure spikes, all kinds of stuff, and that's where we start seeing cracks and stuff in these trannies. So, pretty simple. So we have a bearing here, we have a thrust washer here that goes into our planetary. 4 tab, 4 pinion. Look at your gears really good. Your sun gear really good. Replace all your seals. Now we can air check our 4, 5, 6 clutch and see if it's going to hold. Watch that clutch there, Teresa. Holding really nice. Watch this. There it goes. Let's hit it again. No leaks. Holding really nice. Let that off. So we don't have a problem here. Holding really good. Clutch still looks decent. Get this out of here. 4, 5, 6 clutch hub here. Shaft looks really good still. Look at our shells. So you look on both sides and see if the clutches are starting to chew into them or anything like that. Any place your bushing's wearing. Look at all that. Same way with this drum here. This tranny looks really good. I think we're going to see that our problem is probably going to be in our pump stator and having pressure problems and stuff like that. Slips, flares, no telling.
You're getting some practice with those, aren't you?
I am definitely getting some practice. There we go. So we got our bevel snap ring. Bevel goes out, flat goes in. Get you some nice snap ring pliers like those and put it in there and get it out really nice. Pretty tough, let me tell you. You still got to grab it pretty hard. So we got our 2/6 clutch here. Still looks pretty decent. But I want to show you this. On our last unit we took apart, this is our 2/6 wave. On the last video that we just did that we didn't get to show you guys. So we do see this breaking here. So we bought like 15 of them yesterday, ordered them in, come in this morning. So if it's happened once, we're going to see it come in the door again, so that way we know we have the parts on the shelf, no matter what. Because, you know, I thought we'd never even get these, but we actually got them. So, but this one here seems to be in good shape. So, but you just never know. If that would have cracked here, then it would just start wadding things up. So there'd have been a failure right off the bat. Of course, we have our low reverse clutch here. We always see these clutches starting to get really dark. Must make a lot of heat or something back here when they're not applied even. So the wave still looks good. Keep your snap rings together. And of course, we have our sprag assembly here. And then we have a washer here. Then we have a dual sprag assembly here. There's actually 2 sets down in here. This head takes a special tool. We have to press it off and get it out of here to replace it, but pretty neat system. Looks good there. Now here's our lower planetary assembly. On our last unit, we actually had to replace this. That we did. Now this is a 6L80 planetary assembly. 6L90, this gear here is about that much longer case, everything to accept it. So you can't take this apart to really look at anything. All you can do is rotate the gears and look at every one of them to see if you see any wear marks or anything like that. This is the planet that we had to replace in the earlier one that we just did, because there's just too much wear on these teeth here to use it. So, but you also want to look at your ring gear in here. Look for any type of wear on these ring gears here. So, because if you have wear here, you could possibly have wear here, but it doesn't always mean it. You have to look at this stuff. So, magnifying glass to get it apart. So, 6-speed week, huh, Teresa?
Yeah.
We even got another one out in the parking lot, guys. So it's going to be exciting. But after this,
10 more down.
after this week, you guys ought to be able to do one of these at home in your sleep, right? Right, Teresa? That's what I was thinking. Teresa, you know we just love you. Thank you for videoing. Annie's hanging out again. So guys, don't forget to push that subscribe button, that notification bell. Definitely a lot more to come. Have a great day.